everyone, and welcome to Season 7, Episode 4 of From Hope to Glory at Truro City with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So, final day of the League One season. We've been top of the table for a lot of it. Did we get ourselves over the line and get up into the automatic promotion spots to the Championship? You're darn right we did. One more game to play against Wigan Athletic, but it's time for a party. So there we go. After 45 of the 46 matches, Truro City go up as champions of League One. And in the end, we got a little bit of a gap. It was a little bit touch and go for a while. About a month or so ago in terms of game time, both Stoke and Sheffield Wednesday were right on our heels within like 2 points of us. And then we just about got them sorted. Sheffield Wednesday dropped off and Stoke came through like a bit of a rocket, but ran out of time towards the end. If we go and have a look in on our most recent form, you can see that it was actually pretty decent since you and I were together last. I think it was against the Tranmere, wasn't it? Yeah, the 1-0 defeat at Tranmere. And we went on a very good run. We lost the last game just because at that point we had already won the division. And so I rotated the complete 11 just to give everybody a couple more games to play just to end the season. But you can see that run of form between Tranmere and now was very strong. And the likes of Michael Mellon did really great for us in getting us over the line. Our strikers again have performed really well. McJanet, and Mellon and Hull and even Joe Smith-Ferguson all scoring quite a few goals this season in their own way. If we go and have a look at our squad, you can see down here, here's Michael Mellon, 31 goals in 37 starts. You can see that Charlie Ball was the one to miss out most. He only got a couple of goals in a couple of games. He won't be with us for too much longer. 12 in 17 starts for Smith-Ferguson, which is good. We got 20 goals from McJanet in 24 starts, and Hull a little bit lower than the others in terms of their goal ratio, but 12 in 30, but played really well and got 13 assists for us as well. And they were all ably helped out by the likes of Wright Phillips, 15 goals, 12 assists from that right wing position as well. So you can see where our success has come from, and the rest of the squad has performed pretty well most of the time to really keep us in that kind of position. You'll notice we do have a goalkeeping injury. If you've seen the start of my Aberdeen series, you'll know that that's a bit of a theme at the moment. Unfortunately, Alfie Roberts has been out for a couple of weeks and will miss the remainder of the season because we've only got one more game left. So it was unfortunate that he missed out. But Primus has come in and done okay for us. Nothing to set the world alight particularly. He's conceded far more goals than Roberts would in terms of his ratio to appearances. But he's done an okay job and we have managed to get over the line as champions. So ultimately, I'm not complaining at all. So if we go and have a look, you'll see that we finished potentially with 94 points if we win today. We do have one more game against Wigan, and they are currently down in 16th position on 53 points. So a decent side for us to be finishing the campaign off. Michael Mellon, top scores. Highest average rating is his as well. Most assists is Aaron Hull, so he is contributing well in that second striker role. Best pass completion is Van Kooten from the back. Most player of the match awards is Mellon again, of course. Yellow cards. We didn't get any red cards, which is good. Our discipline has been strong. You can see that the overall balance again has dipped a little bit, unfortunately, but we're going to be much better off in the Championship financially, I would suggest. So look forward to that changing. They've given us a budget for next season of 1.3 million. That's unheard of in this particular series so far. So we'll have to see how we can use that if our overall balance improves. And you can see that the wage budget has gone up enormously as well. We've got 47 grand potentially that we can use for extra wages in and around our transfer dealings as well. But we are going to have to use this quite well. There is a lot of dead wood in this squad now for Championship level, and we're going to have to work hard over the summer. But that's for another day. For today, we get to celebrate. and we get to celebrate by playing one last game away from home, unfortunately, against Wigan Athletic. So, as you would fully expect, really, why would we have changed anything? We haven't. We're in our 4-4-2. We're playing our custom wing play, which has got us through the last few divisions and has performed very well for us. You can see that Mellon and Hull up top have done very well. The central midfield has been a little bit random. Occasionally Brown and Bucock and the like have been in there at times. But White and Williams get the nod today. They're playing okay. We've had a reasonably solid back line. Fink has only just come back from quite a long layoff himself. So the likes of Nick Rogers has had to play quite a lot recently. But for one last game in this division, and hopefully we don't ever come back to it, we've got Primus in goal, Fink at right back, Devine at left back, Van Kooten and Wharton in central defence, White and Williams in central midfield, Wright Phillips on the right, D'Souza on the left, Mellon and Hull up top, and a bench of Finlayson, Rogers, Brown, Bucock, Knowles, Smith and McJanet. So let's get into today's game, the final game of the season as champions, and see what happens. So it's a good opportunity to show everybody they've been right to back us, is the message to the players. This is a perfect opportunity with nothing really on the line to go out there and play well and put a good performance on. Now, ultimately, it doesn't matter what happens. We have won the division, but you'd really want to go up whilst winning your last game, really. And we did lose the last game that we played. So it is a kind of important to get the momentum back, really. And the morale of the players moving forward. So let's see how we get on. An opportunity for us to build from the back. Van Kooten up, but it was a bit of a wayward long ball, really. And it means that Wigan can come back at us, working this left-hand side into the more central area. Our shape is good, though. Let's see if we can win the ball back. Fink nips in on that right full-back position, and we get it back to the goalkeeper, but he gives it away as well into midfield. Our passing so far hasn't been particularly accurate into that midfield area, and we were almost made to pay for it. There was a strike that hit the woodwork then and bounced out, and we were able to boot it clear. But there is a very, very clear message that if we are not at the races properly, Wigan can do something against us. We have to play better, and we have to find a way to make those passes stick a little bit more than we have shown so far. And it's that midfield area where we're losing the ball, unfortunately. Primus comes out and claims that one particularly well, though, so that's encouraging from his perspective. And he puts a really good clearance up, and it's headed onto D'Souza into the box, and he hits the woodwork from a really narrow angle. And it looks like Wigan can counter-attack on us very quickly, but we shore it up at the back. And that was a decent effort, a good ball up towards Hull, I think it was, potentially dropped deep to win the header onto D'Souza, and he couldn't quite convert the chance, and that takes us through to half-time. You can see that we've had more attempts at goal, but we haven't really put many of them on target. We had more possession as well, but that passing completion just into that midfield area wasn't quite solid enough for my liking. So we're going to have to see what we can do in this second half. What we're going to do immediately is we're going to move into more positive. There's nothing from Wigan that wasn't caused by my own team's lack of concentration. So I'm happy that we can move up a little bit through the gears and see if we can do something with this particular second half. So we're going to pump the fists and say, let's give the fans something to smile at the end of the season. They should already be smiling, but hopefully this game can really cement that and give them something to go home from a long journey to Wigan and really give them something to cheer for. So, Mellon through on goal, one chance, and he doesn't take it, and he usually does, so that's unfortunate, but at least we were able to get a pass over the top and through on goal, and for him to get down to the keeper, maybe needed a little bit more composure on the shot this time round, but the warning signs are beginning to show. A couple more highlights for us, and they win it very comfortably in their defensive unit again, but they give the ball away to Mellon, and he doesn't make a mistake that time. Their own mistake. They won it very comfortably in defence at one point in that particular period of play, and then they gave it away. And it's this ball here. Loose ball, and Mellon nips in. He just got a pass through from the defender, from the midfielder, should I say, really. And he nips round a defender, gets through on goal, powers the shot under the goalkeeper, and we do take a 1-0 lead just around the 60-minute mark. We've still got quite a lot of work to do, but this could help out. Mellon through on goal again, and he doesn't make the mistake again, which is fantastic. Joe White with the assist. You can see as we watch the replay, he gets a decent touch on the ball in this midfield area. From the long clearance, it's his header over the top. Mellon takes it in his stride, nips past the defender, again gets one-on-one with the keeper. He gets a hand to it on this occasion, but can't claw it out. And it dribbles over the line for a 2-0 lead. And it looks like we're going to win another 3 points just to finish off the campaign, which has been absolutely fantastic all the way through. 74 minutes in. Pause the game there. Going to make a couple of personnel changes. Wright Phillips on his real last legs, wasn't he, really? He's played a lot of football for us this season, though, so that's fine. We're also going to take one of these yellow cards off in this central midfield area, so Williams can come out and Brown can come in. Doesn't matter what role we get him to play in there, it'll be fine. And we either take out one of the strikers and put McJanet in because of what he's done for us this season, or we take off a yellow card at the back. I think because we're up, we're going to take Hull off, put McJanet on. These two have played, Mellon and McJanet have played quite a lot together this season here and there and done really well. So that should give Wigan something new to think about in terms of their defensive line. But they've got a corner kick, which we partially clear, and McJanet is on the ball, gets a chance to stretch his legs and get over the halfway line. Mellon drops deep to come and get the ball. D'Souza takes over, powers the shot straight down the sights of the goalkeeper, who's able to take the sting out of the shot and then get the ball into midfield, but gives it away straight away. And Mellon with a wayward shot doesn't quite make the most of it. But the pressure is beginning to tell on Wigan. We've been very even in terms of shots created and shots on target, but we've been more clinical when we've had our shots than they have potentially. But an XG rating of 1.45 for them means they potentially should have had a goal themselves. We've got 2. And a chance for maybe for one for Wigan just in the dying seconds. Thompson runs right the way through our side like they don't even exist. And Wigan do get the goal that their XG rating suggests that they deserved. And there was no way that any of our players got anywhere near him. Both central defender and midfielder were left in his wake completely. And he made no mistake on the eventual shot. And it was a good individual goal. And just in the dying seconds of the match, we let a chink in our armour show just a little bit. But we still come away with a decent win. Few too many yellow cards. Not quite what I was hoping for in that sense. The passing completion still not particularly good, but better in terms of shots created. And also we had a little bit more possession. And we got the 3 points to end a season that has been fantastic. When we missed out on the playoffs last season, I thought it would be actually a good thing for us in the long run because it would give us another opportunity to restructure this squad and move it forward. I think we've managed that quite well. And we go up as champions. So what a fantastic sight this is. Truro City, top of the table by 6 points in the end over Stoke City, who get the second automatic promotion spot. Sheffield Wednesday, having challenged us for so long, have to do with a playoff position against Chesterfield, Wimbledon, Peterborough. I'd still expect Sheffield Wednesday to win that, but you can never quite be sure, so we might have to renew our rival with them next season in the Championship. But we are heading into the English Championship. We've taken Truro City all the way from Tier 7 of English football right the way up to Tier 2 in the Championship. Phenomenal achievement, really. I'm absolutely delighted how it's all gone. But now comes a real big jump, I would suggest, from League One into the Championship. I think it's going to take us a good couple of seasons to properly get to grips with the Championship. If we can survive next season, I will be delighted with that because we've got a lot of work to do to change up some of this squad. There is a lot of deadwood. A lot of these players, if we go and have a look at the squad page, let's look at how many expire. We are in May 2027. So you can see that everybody from Reece Brown upwards all have an expiry date coming up on their contract. Now, the biggest problem we've got is this guy. If he still wants to leave now that we've gained promotion to the Championship, I will be disappointed. But all the way through this season, he has not wanted to renew his contract with me. He's not interested so far. So we're going to have to see. In the end, we had to promise to sell him and all sorts of other bits and pieces because he was causing so much of a fuss. I do not want to sell this guy. If I can get him on another contract, I will. Might not happen though. So we'll have to redo quite a lot of this particular side. If we look through this particular top sort of 6 or 7 players, you can see that the likes of Reece Devine, Van Kooten has played a big part for us this season in central defence. So I'd like to keep him as well. The likes of Johnny Smith is a good young option on that left wing. Smith Ferguson is a good young striker. A couple of the others I'm not so bothered about keeping. And the likes of Charlie Ball have kind of had their moment now. So there's lots of work to do, but it's going to be an interesting summer to do it. And next season we come back for Championship football in the English tiered system. I hope you've enjoyed the last few episodes of rounding up season number 7. I hope you'll join me for season number 8 as we move forward into what's going to be a really tricky league, I would imagine. So come back next episode and I'll tell you all about what's happened in the summer and how we've reshaped the squad. And I'll see if we can get off to a good start for next season. Until then, though, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me for this series so far. I hope you're still enjoying it. Click the like button on this episode and help me continue to grow the series and the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My United City community is a great place to be. There's a Discord you could join. There's my Twitter feed. All of the links to those types of things are in the description below, so check all of that out. Until next time, though, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.